From Jharkhand, once a year, the women of the community dress in men's clothing, take up bows, and ride through the village as hunters. In the Singhbhum district of what is now Jharkhand, among the Ho and Munda tribal communities, there is a festival that turns the usual order of the village upside down. It is called Jani Shikar. In the Ho language, Jani means people, and Shikar means hunt. The people's hunt, but specifically, the women's hunt. Once a year, on a date fixed by the village priests according to the lunar calendar, the women of the community dress in men's clothing. They strap quivers to their backs. They take up bows, sometimes real, sometimes symbolic wooden bows, and they ride through the village and into the forest as hunters. The men stay behind. The men cook. The men care for children. The men are told, by custom, to remain indoors or at the edges of the festival, watching a ritual inversion of every gender role the village normally lives by. The women ride. The women shout hunting cries. The women become, for one night, what they are never allowed to be on ordinary days. The origin story, told differently in Ho and Munda villages but sharing the same bones, goes back to a time of war. The men of the village had gone to fight an invading army. Some versions say Mughal soldiers, some say a neighboring king's forces, some say simply outsiders who wanted the iron-rich hills of Singhbhum. The battle lasted days. The women waited. Food ran low. Children cried. The enemy, believing the village was undefended, sent raiders to seize what the men had left behind. The women of the village, seeing the raiders approach, made a decision. They put on the clothing their husbands and brothers had left in the houses. They took up the weapons left behind. They mounted the horses and rode out screaming war cries. The raiders, seeing what appeared to be a fresh army of men, fled. The village was saved. When the real men returned, wounded and exhausted, they found the women still wearing their clothes, still holding their bows, laughing and weeping at the same time. The festival, the elders say, began that night. Jani Shikar is not a casual game. It is a ritual with rules. Before the hunt begins, the village priest, often a Pehen, the Ho spiritual leader, offers rice, beer and vermilion to the clan's sacred grove, the Sarnasthal. He asks the Bongas, the spirit ancestors, for permission. Only then do the women assemble. They paint each other's faces with charcoal and red ochre. They bind their hair like men. They choose a leader, usually the most respected older woman in the clan, who rides first. The procession moves through the village lanes. Drums beat. The women call out, "We hunt. We conquer." They do not hunt real animals in most villages today. They hunt symbols, a stuffed figure, a banana trunk dressed as an enemy, a flag planted at the forest edge. But the energy is real. Young girls who are normally told to be quiet shout until their throats ache. Old women who have not ridden a horse in years are helped onto carts and tractors decorated as chariots. The village belongs to them tonight. The man's role in Jani Shikar is as important as the woman's, but it is a role of deliberate passivity. Custom forbids men from joining the hunt. If a man is seen riding with the women, the festival loses its power, the inversion is broken. So the men cook the feast that will be eaten when the women return. They braid their daughters' hair before the dressing up begins. They polish the wooden bows. Some older men tell the origin story to boys who have not yet heard it completely. There is teasing, men joking that they will hide and spy, but everyone knows the boundary. Anthropologists who witnessed Jani Shikar in the 19th and early 20th centuries noted something the men rarely admitted aloud: the festival was a safety valve. The women of Singhbhum worked harder than the men on most days, hauling water, processing rice, gathering firewood. One night of symbolic power did not change the year's labor, but it acknowledged it. Singhbhum, the name means the land of lions in some derivations, the land of the Ho in others, is a plateau rich in iron ore, sal forest, and rivers that feed the Suvarnarekha. The Ho people have lived here for centuries, resisting outside control longer than many neighboring tribes. The British, when they came, found the Ho difficult to administer. The Ho found the British incomprehensible. The Jani Shikar story, women defending the land when men were away, fits a region that has always understood defense as everyone's duty, not only the warriors. During the tribal revolts of the 19th century, Ho women did in fact carry messages, hide weapons, and confront soldiers. Colonial records mention it reluctantly. Oral tradition mentions it with pride. The festival is not a literal reenactment of one historical battle. It is a compressed memory of every time the women of Singhbhum kept the village alive. Modern Jharkhand is not the same as the Singhbhum of the origin story. Iron mines have scarred the hills. Towns like Jamshedpur and Chaibasa have pulled young people into factories and offices. Many Ho families have converted to Christianity or Hinduism and no longer practice the old Sarna religion. Yet Jani Shikar persists. In villages around Chakradharpur and Manoharpur, the festival still draws hundreds of participants. Urban Ho associations in Ranchi organize symbolic Jani Shikar events where women in traditional dress march through city streets with bows raised, a political statement as much as a ritual one. Women's rights activists in Jharkhand have pointed to Jani Shikar as evidence that tribal societies were not, as colonial writers claimed, uniformly patriarchal. The festival says, "We once trusted our women to save us. We still remember." Outsiders who see photographs of Jani Shikar sometimes mistake it for entertainment, women in mains clothes, laughing on decorated tractors. The villagers are patient with this misunderstanding. They explain, the clothing is not the point. The point is the permission. For one night, a Ho woman can occupy the space a Ho man occupies, the space of the protector, the hunter, the loud voice in the public square. The girls who ride in Jani Shikar as children remember the feeling for decades. An old Ho woman interviewed in the 1980s said, "On that night, I am not my husband's wife. I am my mother's daughter and my grandmother's granddaughter, and I am the one who chased the raiders away." The festival connects her to every woman in the lineage who ever held a bow. That is not play. That is identity. Jharkhand was carved out of Bihar in 2000 as a state for the tribal peoples of the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Its creation was a victory for communities, Munda, Ho, Santhal, Orao, who had fought for recognition for generations. Jani Shikar, though celebrated mainly by the Ho, has become a symbol of Jharkhand's broader tribal heritage. Government cultural programs now list it as an intangible tradition worth preserving. Documentary filmmakers come to Singhbhum every year to record the hunt. But the festival's real preservation happens in the villages, where a mother still helps her daughter into a man's vest and says, "Ride hard, the raiders are at the forest edge." The raiders are always at the forest edge. The women of Singhbhum have always known that. On Jani Shikar night, they ride out to meet them. Tomorrow's story comes from another corner of India. Subscribe to walk with us through the folklore of every region, in your language.